Tēnā koutou katoa. E mihi ana ki a tātou, I te whakaaro nui ki a tae mai nei tātou, ki tēnei kaupapa I te rā nei. So just acknowledging everyone that's prioritised being here today for this special occasion. He uri tēnei no Ngāti Tūwharetoa, no Ngāti Kahangunu, I te piake au ki taupo nui atia, ko tau tahi taku koinga nai nei. So I'm a descendant of Ngāti Tūwharetoa and Ngāti Kahangunu. I grew up in Taupo and I call Christchurch home now. So nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Kia ora, my name's Peter. We've been with WAM for a few years now and called Aotearoa home for just over a decade. In that time, I've noticed Māori culture being integrated into many aspects in Aotearoa, Te Waipounamu and Ōtautahi. One of them being our new public holiday, Matariki, and the various events, turning Christchurch into a stunning light show. The Ngaitahu becoming true partners in the formation of our district plan, first for any iwi, and even countrywide efforts to pronounce Māori words correctly, get amongst and celebrate te reo Māori. Something we all notice every day. It's quite fun. I've been lucky enough to have seen and be a part of some amazing projects that are among the best examples of how Māori and Pākehā come together, that collaboration being expressed through the architecture, resulting in a uniquely Aotearoa architectural style that is recognised globally. I'm immensely grateful to have been given this opportunity to talk about integrating Mātauranga Māori, it's very close to my heart, into our industry, our projects and our practices. I do want to start by introducing a group I'm part of, Te Matakiria, Roinamani's Indigenous Design Unit. Spend a little bit of time on that role and a couple of their processes, our process. Spend a bit of time talking about what Mātauranga Te Ao Māori is and how we define it, where that information comes from, why it's important, and then a couple of examples of some successful projects. As a practice, Mātauranga has informed the way we approach co-design moving forward. The Roinamani Indigenous Design Unit, Te Matakiria, translating to the driving force or head of a spear, representing our focus on leading the industry and innovating in this space, is a specialist group created to explore the deep cultural significance of the places we practice. We are Māori-led but multicultural group that aim to create and develop connections and relationships with Indigenous peoples or mana whenua, and then facilitate the co-design process. From our work with projects around Aotearoa, we've created engagement processes that can be applied when collaborating with any Indigenous peoples. What exactly Mātauranga Te Ao Māori is can be tricky, but generally it refers to Māori perspectives and knowledge on any particular area that we as practitioners can draw from to inform design decisions. This could come in the form of pūrākau, myths and legends, historical events, significant rangatira, Māori leaders, or just simply flora and fauna. This also includes outlining protocols or rules, aka tikanga, from karakia hui to motifs in a particular pattern that represent specific hapu or iwi and not necessarily others. Mātauranga also extends to overlap with aspects of architecture like sustainability, informing the pathway taken to meet certain sustainability goals, and heritage, where Māori knowledge, which is expressed through art, song and language, is Māori heritage. So integrating that into architecture is one of the most powerful ways we have to conserve Māori culture. Where do we get this information from? We have an opportunity and duty to empower mana whenua, or the Indigenous authority, to provide this knowledge and include and involve them in the process of applying that knowledge. This knowledge is considered a taonga, a gift or treasure that's specific to that project only, and often isn't appropriate to be used on another project, but each project provides that opportunity to empower mana whenua. We take all Mātauranga Māori from projects, further develop our processes, and create an in-house mana map. a literal map of the North Island, because Ngāi Tahu have done the South Island, looks amazing, with details of each kōrero, where that area is associated with that area, the hapu and iwi connected to that kōrero. And why is it important? Many reasons. A big one, we have Te Kawanata o Rata, a covenant strengthening the ongoing connection and cooperation between Te Kāhui Whaihanga, NZIA, and Ngāho, which is our Society of Māori Design Professionals, signed in the spirit of partnership under the mana of Te Tiriti o Waitangi. Another reason, architecture is among the best ways to conserve and protect Indigenous cultures. We're creating enduring relationships with mana whenua, keeping us united, creating authentic connections to place, culturally inclusive and therefore safer environments, and we're inspiring our next generations with examples of what unity can achieve. As architects, we can come up with amazing things when co-design with mana whenua starts as early as possible and continues throughout the project until completion. Te Ara Aotea is one of the best examples of this. Te Ara Aotea, an unobstructed trail to the world and beyond, referring to the connection between ancient trails through the site and the lifelong path of learning and exploration associated with the library. The project was gifted this name by Te Taumotu, the mana whenua, along with a pūrākau involving Te Tūraki Whānoa, a taniwha, and Te Maru, a war god, and the conflict between them, creating the origin story for the Rakaia Gorge. This narrative informed a lot of design decisions, from overall plan and layout, to form, facade, interior palette. Recognised globally as a finalist for World Architecture Festival Award. Sometimes constant back and forth is required at particular phases where the details expressing art through architecture is necessary to deliver mana whenua goals. Waimarie, the project led and presented previously by Joe, was an incredible opportunity for me to see firsthand how an artist interprets a narrative through abstract art and using different mediums, how an architect maintains design intent, and how a contractor keeps ahead of schedule, a truly collaborative effort. The finest detail can spawn from exploring aspects of a narrative and zooming in on a particle of that aspect that inspires a work of art, and then workshopping again and again to determine how that art is expressed and incorporated into the architecture, down to the width and depth of etching, to the millimetre exact set out of each manifestation elevation. I had the pleasure of working with Piri Kāhui, prominent Ngāi Tahu artist, amazing sculptor, to apply her works throughout the project. Through all of these processes, we as architectural professionals have a duty to take care of the programming so that the deliverables and deadlines are met, while understanding that Indigenous professionals are often stretched thin for their high demand and expertise. So constant communication is paramount. The future is bright. If the last few years are anything to go by, then Ōtautahi will continue to be a leader in co-design innovation and continue to be recognised globally for the value produced from Indigenous co-design. Through our relationships and feedback from Ngāi Tahu, they are immensely proud of what is being achieved and are very excited for the future, as are we. As a practice, Wana Māori will continue to innovate in this space and find new ways to integrate te ao Māori, Mātauranga, into our work both here and overseas. He aha te mea nui te ao, he tangata, he tangata, he tangata. What is the most important thing in the world? It's people, it's people, it's people. Kia ora.